We're here in San Jose for the p1440 San Jose Invitational. We've got a great match going on this afternoon. My name is Randy Stoklos. I'm here with St. John Smith. We've got a game that's going to be very exciting. Caroline Salgado, Maria Antonelli against Ali Wheeler and Nicolette Martin.
And we just saw Wheeler and Martin come out. They're on the court, ready to go. Now they're introducing Brazil, Salgado, Antonelli.
And her partner, a
first,
2012 Olympian,
Salgado.
Tour champion, 14
Caroline.
Internationally. Say hello to Maria Antonelli.
Maria Antonelli.
This was the #1 team in the world in 2018. Very exciting team, very, very strong, both defensively and offensively. They go to the ball gets served to Maria quite a bit. She turns that ball down the line. Needless to say, the left sider, Carolina, she can really hit that ball from that left side. But let's take a look at Martin and Wheeler. I gotta say, in 2016 for USC, needless to say, they won 3 national championships. And Ali Wheeler, as sophomores, went 34-5 in 2016. These players have been playing for quite a long time, so this could be a little bit of a wake-up call for the Brazilians, St. John.
Yeah, maybe. They are the 7th seed. Brazil comes in at #2. And this is a quarterfinal match. Great hit by Salgado cross court for the first point. Side out for a point. And the good side is the side to our left. There's not a lot of wind down there. Up high, there's a little more wind, but down on the court, not too much wind. So not a big advantage, but you're going to see most of the players will serve from the far side of the court from where the camera is.
Ali Wheeler receiving serve there. They scored a point off of her very quickly. Maria Antonelli serving from the left side, serving that ball down the line, and there it is. Spreading it out all around, serving the ball, and Nicolette Martin. And it's not the start that we needed for the United States. Brazil goes up 3-0.
That one's out of bounds. She went from an ace, an incredible serve down line ace, to one that floated way out of bounds.
You know what? After you serve a couple balls, and especially an ace, get that next ball in. Here they go to Caroline to the middle of the court, and another soul swing, and there's a great block by Ali Wheeler, and here it is. She goes one way and reaches the other, and the ball trickles along the tape and stays in. What a great block. Point goes to the United States. Here's another opportunity at the pin. Shot goes up and over the block by Maria. Beautiful.
You know, pretty amazing. They served, they got a point off Salgado. They went the other way. I don't know why they did, but they got a point off Antonelli. So whatever their thinking was, it worked. There, another point off Antonelli, hitting the ball out of bounds over the block.
It seems like I've called a couple of the matches today, and Maria seems to get off to a little bit of a slow start, a little bit of a sluggish start, and then all of a sudden the steam starts to rise, and she gets the steam going on her engine. And right now, Salgado still up by a point. Wheeler and Martin down by 1. Receiving serve, Maria on the right side.
That's
gets a
tight.
Close set, but just uses her. What a smart little play by a little turn away down the line and using the block.
Yeah, she really, there was no room for her to get it around the block. She just tooled it, basically, poked it up into the block and out of bounds.
Here's a free ball played to the middle of the court for USA. It chops the ball cross court. There's keeping this game tight right now. 5-4. Martin and Wheeler take an advantage right here. Here's a nice little pass and gets a nice set to the middle, and then a little chop to the cross court, and ball goes down. Great shot. And then there's a serve in the net. Point goes to Brazil. So what do the Americans have to do to take down the 2018 Brazilians, the #1 team in the world right now?
Get their serve in.
That would help.
Antonelli scooting around, getting the dig, and then putting the ball away. Comes around, digs that ball up, back to the middle, and hitting to the middle.
Wasn't that quite interesting? She dug the ball out of the middle. She started to swing to the outside. She saw her setter kind of stuck in the middle. The ball goes up. They've been playing together for quite a long time now, so they got some chemistry, and you could see that right there on that play.
Out of bounds, Martin.
How about the drop by Caroline Salgado? Dropping back cross court, that's a very difficult move and forces the hit cross court out of bounds.
Well, if the block stays up on a bad set like that it was a set off the net, then most of the court is open for them to shoot into. But when Salgado backs up, now it's big trouble because they don't have a real good swing and they got to shoot the ball, and both defenders are back ready to dig.
It's too good of a pass. Nice set. Maria Antonelli goes and swings the ball from the cross court. An easy put away. The defender bailed out of there too fast, huh, St. John?
On the block, yeah, backed up, and it left for her an opening on the cross court. The set wasn't a bad set, so blocker does not want to back up on a good set. They only want to back up when the set's off the net and the offensive player doesn't have a good swing at the ball and they've got to shoot the ball.
Americans back to serve. They attack Maria from the right side, and there's a good swing. She's just a strong player. She's gotten better and better. I have to say, I've seen her for a number of years, and she's just moved herself up the ladder and just really going, hey, listen, this is my day. This is my turn. And sure enough, she's doing what she's doing. From the left side, attacking serve right now. Goes to the right sider for USA, and there's a bump over on one, and so the Brazilians are not ready for that play, and it's a risky play, but the ball goes down for the United States, and Wheeler and Martin trailing by 2, 7-9.
8-9.
8-9.
Antonelli, she sees the court really well. She puts it over the block, and nobody's home down the line. Martin was camped on the angle and wasn't prepared to go for that shot.
You know, Martin and Wheeler have some chemistry. They played at USC together. They won a number of national championships. They're very familiar, so they're going to be very competitive in this game. And I have to say, again, right now, 2-point game. Caroline Salgado back to serve.
Play over on 2. Wheeler taking advantage. That pass was up close enough to the net where she could shoot the ball over, and the defense just wasn't ready. And that's why they do it. You want to hit it on 2 so the blocker's not ready, defense isn't ready, and it's very effective a lot of the time. Now did you see the blocker? Wheeler backed up because she thought that set was off the net enough, but Antonelli went up and just hammered that ball, even though it was 5-6 feet off the net.
What a great pass. The swing to the middle of the court, just nobody home. You know, it's the middle, that right sider's got to fill in, or the left sider's got to go and fill into the middle. It's usually one way or the other.
Good shot by Martin cross court when Antonelli was running over to the line, and she saw that, put it into the open court.
Here we're at the technical timeout at the platform 1440 San Jose Invitational. It's very, very nice day today. It started off a bit cool. There's the Americans, Wheeler and Martin, talking about it. And again, what we've noticed as commentators up here is that there is no coach for the United States team. So I know that they've been together, but St. John, what's the importance of having a coach or not having a coach?
Well, another set of eyes. You've said it many times. You know, a lot of times the players can figure it out on their own, but there are times when the players just don't see and aren't able to make adjustments because they're so focused on what they're trying to do personally. They can't see what the other team's doing.
And as the Brazilians have the coach, Kid O'Day. Kid O'Day's been in the system for quite a long time. Looking up here, he hears his name. He's a great guy. Loves going and seeing him around the world. He's been working with a lot of teams. I remember him coaching the team from Qatar, and he's basically a well-rounded coach and really knows the game well. So advantage goes to the Brazilians just because they have a coach.
Well, and because they're a great team.
And they're a good team.
And they have a big history.
And they have exactly history. Here's a ball on 2. Ball goes out just a little long, but a touch goes off the block.
Yeah, Wheeler was up high and got her hands on that ball. Point, Brazil. 12 serving 10. Salgado back to serve. Great rally. Most of the serves are going to Martin. She's the shorter of the 2 players. Antonelli made a great guess and was standing right in the right place to start that rally off and create a dig.
Caroline in the posture of Laura Ludwig with that serve, that little dropping serve with a straight serve straight ahead. I love that, and I have to say more players should learn that type of serve. It's just you square your feet up at the net and you just try to hit the top of the ball to make it dip down on the bigger girls, and they have a difficult time receiving serve. United States back to serve, and it's still a tight match, 2-point game, serves it out long and wide. Again, you know, you got to be on tour for a long time and play for a long time to really get the little innuendos of the game to put pressure on the team. You just can't serve just blindly away.
Oh, she tried left-handed.
And she just didn't need to do that.
No, she did not have to.
She was trying to be tricky right there. What an athletic play by Caroline Salgado on the block, and then popping that ball up and going, you know what, partner, you got to do something better with that.
Yeah, left-handed, you got to keep it in play.
Maria passes that ball, goes down on the net. There's a nice up. There's a second ball, and then they go on 2. And it's amazing. Even on that play right there, Maria goes and pops that ball up on 2 and just stands there and looks.
Yeah.
Just think if she got an approach to be ready for something different.
Yeah.
You know, and as the game progresses, those things might catch up to her by not being ready. And there's a service error into the net, giving the United States Wheeler and Martin an opportunity to get a little bit closer by 3. Down 12-15.
13.
Excuse me, 13-15?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see if it goes to 13-15.
Oh, there you go.
13-15. Thank you. We're to be on at St. John Smith. My partner, I'm Randy Stoklos. We're here at platform 1440 in San Jose Invitational. And we're into the quarterfinals. This is the 2nd seed against the 7th seed.
2nd seed being the Brazilians. Nice shot over the block. Martin that time took a good look. Antonelli sitting on the angle. Line was wide open. She shot it down the line.
I would have to say defensively for Maria Antonelli, if you're going to go and do anything, don't hit the ball to her. Make her move. She's a little bit heavier of a girl. She's still very athletic, but it's going to take her a little bit more time. There's a great swing by her on the right side. No pun intended in regards to her being heavy, but she's obviously, it seems to be, versus her partner. You know, look at her partner, Salgado. She's just like a stealth, didn't have any body fat on her whatsoever.
I'm out of this conversation.
Here's a nice pass by Maria. Maria attacks from the right side, turns that ball down the line. That's
great hit.
The patented, perfect hit down the line. That's her go-to hit from the right side, especially when the ball drips inside. She works that over and over and over again. Then you all of a sudden try to come over and stop that, and she chops it cross court. So she's got all the shots, all parts of the game, and she's really putting a lot of pressure on the Americans right now. Here's a ball that goes in an opportunity for Maria on the left side. Let's see what she does. And sure enough, seen that before, she just chops that cross court. Nice little cut shot that rolls along the top of the tape. And the Brazilians go up in a commanding lead, 19-15, first set.
Again, nice shot by Martin. They're keying on Martin. They're serving Martin just about every ball. If Martin can look around, see the defense, put the ball where Maria in the backcourt is not, they'll have a chance. This game, really tough to come back. Games of 21, 16 serving 19. Not impossible, but very difficult to come back at this point.
United States back to serve against Brazil, serving from the right side. They go to the left sider, and now they swing a ball out to the pin, and Maria just Caroline Salgado goes and turns that ball down the line with authority off the block. Point game, point set.
Or game.
Go, go, go! Yeah, come on!
Just out, and that's
out.
a good call. You can see that ball mark. It's just by a whisker out.
Yeah.
That ball you see the line gets shoved around when the guys are correcting it.
The ball
right
mark,
there.
it's funny. Sometimes the ball mark will cross the line, but that's because when the ball hits the sand spreads out. Nice hit, middle of the court again. First game over, first set over, 21-17 in favor of Brazil over the USA.
The #1 team in the world right now, Caroline Salgado and Maria Antonelli, playing here at p1440 San Jose Invitational. We've got a lot of great teams, St. and this is quite an interesting event with obviously a lot of different players playing with different players from different countries.
Yeah, but a very different format than most everyone is used to seeing, including us, and we've seen just about everything, haven't we?
We have, and I have to say, it's actually a really kind of a cool thing to see, because it kind of reminds me of the doubles in tennis, where the players can go and play with all different types of players and all different in the U.S. Open and what have you. So the game's evolving, and they're getting an opportunity to play with different players, which is obviously going to grow the game in so many different ways. But then we go back into the country versus country, and we have that in our next tournament in Las Vegas. And that's going to happen in the middle of next month with p1440 having the tournament in a fabulous place in Las Vegas. And again, an incredible opportunity for everybody to come out and watch and see the best in the world. And more importantly, it's the first tournament that is going to be involving points for the 2020 Olympic Games.
That's right, in Tokyo. So all the top teams that you see here will be there, plus a lot more from around the world. It's part of the World Tour, part of the Olympic qualification process. Very exciting. Well, it's in Vegas. I mean, come on. That should be enough by itself, but having the best teams from all over the world coming to play is pretty awesome.
Yes. So the Brazilians are back to serve, set 2. And Maria serving from the left side. She goes to the right sider. They've been really working hard on the right sider from the United States. Here's an opportunity for Caroline Salgado from the left side, and she sure enough puts that ball up and over the block for an easy point. And they're really controlling the ball. And how about the ball control for the Brazilians?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, they've been around a long time. That dig, by the way, her hands were apart. It was a soft hit. So you could actually call that a double. Usually you have to hit the ball hard to double hit it on a dig, but that one they let go.
Linea meaning line. What a great shot right there. But what made that play is Maria Antonelli going and taking that ball up and over her shoulder. And when she contacts that ball with that bump, she bumps it up to the net so the ball's in front of her. She gets the great set and puts that ball away. And she's very, very good at that.
Yeah, well, she took a big look, too. The set was high enough where she could make her approach, get ready to jump, take a look where the defense is, and then shoot it down the line. Tough play to make out of the net.
But I like the move by the blocker from Brazil, Caroline Salgado, staying at the net. She didn't look, if you look at her posture right now, she even stepped a little bit closer to make sure that the player could not make a play on trying to dig that ball out of the net, and point goes to Brazil. Brazil up 3-0, now 4 on a miss, and timeout goes to the United States. They're asking for a timeout, and they're gonna get it.
Well, and again, talking about that last play with Salgado at the net, you cannot interfere with the team on the other side when you're playing at the net, but you can on your own side jump up and pretend you're going to spike at the ball, as long as you don't interfere with the player's ability to make a play on their side. They can't come to your side and interfere with you, but as long as they're on their side, they have to have the ability to make a play.
Good point. Here are the Americans. You can see them under they're really not communicating. Well, there's a little bit of a talk, but there's no coach. So, you know, the third set of eyes just really, there's nobody going and urging them on, telling them exactly where their targets are, what they should be thinking about. So they're kind of in a lost world right now. On the other hand, the Brazilians, they've got Kid O'Day. Kid O'Day has been a coach for a long time on the World Tour, and they've been together as a team, and they communicate very well. And he's like the slayer. He's whipping them, trying to get them to go harder and faster, and the Brazilians are responding each and every time.
Beautiful play. Digging that ball up in the net, and Carolina goes up and shoots that ball deep on 2. That's exactly what you want to do. Get the defense off guard.
How about Maria on this play? She dives to get this cut shot, but then she pops it up on purpose. Ball control perfection. And that ball gets basically put away easily. And the Brazilians are now up 5-1 with a missed serve into the net of USA back to serve, trailing by 4.
Ooh, big block by Wheeler at the net. Salgado went up, turned the angle. Wheeler was all over that, reached into the angle and roofed that ball. Pretty good set. Watch Wheeler move into the angle and just stuff that ball. That was incredible.
Let's see if she can get a little momentum with that feeling at the net right now. She fakes and stays. She was a little confused. I don't know if she did that on purpose, but she should have dropped into that angle and she missed that thing. It was a good block the play before. She missed out on that one. United States down by 4. Caroline Salgado back to serve. And there's that serve that I like so much from the German Laura Ludwig. Everybody's trying to copy that thing. Non-effective that time. The United States scores that point and gets on the board with their second point. Down by 4. They've got a big mountain to climb.
That's a tool. Looked like she was going to hit the cross court, but she turned it a little bit to the line, off of Wheeler's arms and out of bounds.
Got to be a little bit stronger at the net. Need to go up a little stronger and push over like the one that she did get a number of points ago. And here's the reception out of the middle, and here's an attack out of the middle, a little dink back. They shoot it on 2, and sure enough, puts that ball away. This team is just...
they got a lot of different tools.
Yeah, they do. They sure do. And I have to say, when you see all these, the tools that come out of the toolbox, you're just kind of wondering what's going to happen next and what they're going to use on you.
Antonelli back to serve, leading 8-3. That's a tough ball. That ball rose on Martin. She got her hands above her head, and you cannot open hand service receive. So she had to use her palms, and that ball went off in nowhere land. Nice swing from off the net by Martin. Here it is, sets kind of off the net. Salgado backs up and just takes a rip at it down the middle. Ah, she tries to
hit that ball down the line. It hits the antenna.
Yeah.
You know, years ago, before when the rules got changed, that antenna was out a ball length. And I actually kind of like that aspect of the antenna out that ball length, because if you hit the ball straight ahead, you're going to be able to hit the line. It's so hard to obviously turn that thing around that way, but it is what it is right now. That antenna's right on the line. There is an overset and a mistake by the Brazilians, and the United States take advantage of that.
Do we feel a little momentum switch here? They haven't overset a ball all game. Wheeler's right there and just hammers that ball.
Little tougher serve from the United States. Salgado gets to use that ball off the block right there. Nice little chop off the block right there. Thought a little bit more momentum would be going down again. The United States down by 4 in a must-win situation. They lost the first game 21-17. They're down 10-6. It's just a BB serve from the left side to the right sider. There's a nice little cut shot. It's going, finally, I got a ball down. She's been making a couple little mistakes.
That's a crazy good cut shot.
Yeah, it sure was.
And she's facing straight on and turns her hand. Look at that. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, especially when she keeps her hand up. It's like a free throw. And touche back at you. Not as sharp, but sharper down, straight down. And it was a great swing by Maria from the right side. Again, this is the #1 team in 2018. A non-qualifying year, except for coming up in October. And that ball goes off the tape.
That was pretty amazing. But you know what? You could pass that ball. That hits the tape, bounce straight up, and it took like a whole second to go down.
It seemed like about a minute.
I know. If the player's ready and sees it hitting the tape and take off, they can pass that ball, and then that becomes an incredible and outstanding play. But if they sit there and watch it, well, not too good. There's a service error. Martin back to serve.
There's a nice pass by Maria straight ahead, gets a good set again, just following that drifting set inside, and she's just pounding that ball just at will. And here we are in a 13-8 timeout.
Technical timeout. They get to take a break.
United States in a hole, in a very difficult situation right now for Allie Wheeler and Nicolette Martin. USC players playing now professionally on P1440's tour and abroad. I have to say, difficult task at hand for the United States.
Yeah, they're playing against the top team in the world. Difficult for anybody. But they're capable of doing it. They can still come back. They're not out of this match by any means.
You know, you would wish that there would be somebody down there talking to them, telling them that this is the opportunity, this is the moment, these are the things that we have to do, but there is nobody. And then there's Kid O'Day. Look at him walking with the Brazilians, just still barking out instructions, constantly on them, constantly on them. Kid O'Day, I have to say, I love this guy. He's a competitor, he's a warrior, he just pushes the players, and he makes players better.
It's good to start with a team like that.
It helps.
Helps a lot.
A winner internationally, back to serve.
There's a good dig. Should have set that ball. Balls goes over to the United States. Attack from the right side. And nice little choppy down the line by the right sider, Nicolette Martin.
She's getting a workout. She's getting just about every serve. And as long as she can side out, they can stay in this game.
Allie Wheeler back to serve. Let's see if she can put a little pressure on the Brazilians and try to make this a game in a must-win situation. Too tough. And it's a very difficult move, St. John, to go and serve the ball, go up like you're going to block, and then drop cross court. It's just too much movement. Got to go and either go straight back and make your player dig that cross court where it comes into the breadbasket.
That's the right idea. That's the right idea. Martin put that ball up in a position where Wheeler can hit it on two, and she did it. She did a great job. She put it back over into the corner, and defense just isn't set up and ready for that ball to be hit on two.
There's an effective serve with a little bit more pace. And look at the United States celebrate, going, finally we did something well. And sure enough, Nicolette Martin is going to go back in two. Let's see if she puts a little bit better pace on the ball. Gets another great serve. Goes to the right side of Maria. Maria goes over the line. They can't get to that ball. That was a great pass by Maria Antonelli.
Yeah, on a tough serve. Good pass, good set, and then she took a look and got it over the block, and Martin was hanging out in the angle. There's another good serve. Incredible serve.
Yeah, you know, when you serve those lines and get the players out to the pins, it's just tough to get your body all the way around that ball to go and pass that ball into the middle of the court. Great serve, little mistake handling that ball for the United States, and the United States down by 5, now 4 on the missed serve by Brazil. In a side switch, United States down 12-16. Got to make something happen right here. Got to have something special serves. What are you going to do right now, St. John?
Yeah, well, you got to serve tough. You got to keep it in, and you got to put pressure on with the block, and you got to make a play. You got to make a few plays because the Brazilians are not going to give it to you. You have to earn it.
What a great pass over her shoulder, pushing that ball up, chopping that cross court. You know, again, you know, I have to say this over and over again. Why are they so good? Well, look at the ball control. She just handles it simply to the right side, and then she goes outside and just swings cross court in a great chop. That's kind of one of her go-to, and it's her second go-to. Or the first one is the line hit.
Yeah, well, when they mix it up like that, in the last two plays, Maria hit the line the first play and then angled the second play, and you're second-guessing yourself on defense. Okay, what the heck is she going to do next?
Don't block.
You just don't know. But good side out for U.S. Now they're serving.
You know, it's just amazing to me that, like, she takes that ball from the right side to her from her left shoulder, and she wheels it around in front of her. It's not to the middle of the court, it's in front of her. So she sees the ball, she gets outside with her approach and attacks, and it's just textbook.
There, good shot. Good shot down the line, taking a look at the defense. Wheeler finds the open court. Now Wheeler back to serve.
Archbishop Mitty back to serve.
Beautiful shot.
And as you just talked about it, on cue, one down the line, one cross court, and then back to the line again. She's got it all.
19-14. There's an ace point match coming up.
A lot of balls getting high on Nicolette Martin for the United States, where she's unable to pass that ball. That's a second service mistake, that she didn't move her feet and get around that ball and get pushing that ball up. Point game for Brazil, serves to the right side. And there's the cut shot into the net, and that's it for this game. Brazil beats United States. Caroline Salgado, Maria Antonelli, the #1 team in 2018, upend Allie Wheeler and Nicolette Martin into 21-17, 21-14, and there they are celebrating with their coach. Coach is going, good luck, good work, and now he goes and says hello to the United States team. And so St. John, here's match point coming up right here as we look at the Brazilians. What do we see here, St. John?
Well, You can see that serve move. Martin goes up, wants to try to avoid the block and the defense, thinks the angle's open. It was open, but she just cut it too sharp. Now, it's not a big surprise that the Brazilians won. The Americans had their opportunities. They did not take advantage. Very few mistakes by the Brazilians. So they move on. The U.S. goes into the losers bracket. They're not out of this tournament. They're still in it. They'll play again tomorrow. So that's it for us, though.
Yep, Salgado and Antonelli on to the semifinals, and that is for us. I am Randy Stoklos, and St. John Smith is my partner here. What a great day it's been at the p1440 San Jose Invitational.